What's up? Hello, thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about IPOs and the one that everyone is really excited about right now, which is Snapchat. Hey, all right, so thank you for joining me. If you could pop your name down there or say hi, some emojis, give me some thumbs, let me know you're here. Sometimes Facebook is a little slow with the notifications, and I want to make sure I say hi to you as you come in. I don't want to be rude. All right, so let me know when you're here. So today we're talking about, hey Aubrey, we're talking about IPOs, and an IPO is something that I'm sure you've been hearing a lot of lately because of one specific company. So we'll get to that. But an IPO, hi Terry, thanks for joining. An IPO is an initial public offering, and what that means is a private company can choose to go public, which means they will offer portions of ownership of the company to us as investors. And they do that by becoming a publicly traded company and offering shares or pieces of ownership in their company. This can do a lot of things, but mostly it allows the company, to build capital or to create capital in their business towards research and development, creating new products, and just growing as a business as a whole and becoming a profitable company for us as investors, okay? So that is what an IPO is. The one company that is getting ready to go public here lately that everyone is really excited about, uncertain about, and wanting to know whether they should partake in the IPO party is Snapchat. So Snapchat, if you aren't familiar with it, is another social media company that their whole basis is that it's like Instagram stories. Well, they made it first. So let's get that straight. Snaps were like little short stories like Instagram stories that would disappear after a certain amount of time. So now Snapchat has grown into also allowing ads on their platform. So you'll see that there's news outlets that have ads on there. There's other large corporations that have ads on there. And that is really how Snapchat is making most of their revenue. However, their IPO is, I don't know, a little sketchy to me. Not sketchy as in the company sketchy, but well, for one, I don't partake in IPOs. Like, I would like for a company to come out and be public for 3 months, 6 months, a year even, until they start to show that they're profitable. And if I don't understand their business model, I won't invest. If they're not profitable, I won't invest. You know, I try to wait and give them time to pretty much prove themselves. They're the new kid on the block, and I want to see that they are going to do something great with my money as an investor. But I want them to do that with your money first, right? I want them to do that with someone else's money first. And I know a lot of people are like, well, but if I don't get on it now, I'm going to miss the whole bandwagon. I'm like going to miss being able to make a whole bunch of money because Snapchat is hot. Everybody's talking about them right now. And if I don't get on it as soon as they open up, I'm going to miss out. Well, for one thing, IPOs, in the beginning, when they talk about a company going public, you're not able to actually jump on that right away. They offer it to certain people, and that they will call these people up and say, hey, we are going to go IPO, we're going to go public, and we want to offer you some shares in the company. Well, that is who gets to buy it initially before it even hits the market. And then once it hits the market, you have all these excited people who just want to jump in on it, and a lot of times that runs the price up, and then that causes it to kind of sag a lot. Like that happened with Facebook. Like they were full steam ahead in the beginning, and then they had this big sag, but they have recovered. Their stock is doing very well. But what kind of concerns, there's a few things that concern me with Snapchat. And one is like, they're not very profitable. And I think they're kind of confused on what kind of company they are. Like they're calling themselves a camera company, like GoPro. I don't know. I haven't seen them make a camera yet. Have you? Like, I would consider them a tech company. They are an app, not a camera. So I'm a bit confused there because they're they're calling themselves a camera company. So that was one thing I didn't like about their whole IPO situation. And they're considering their competitors as Apple, Google, and Twitter, which makes a little more sense if you're an app, not a camera company, you know? If you're a software business, not a camera company like GoPro. So there's that. Well, then there's also the fact that they're calling Google a competitor, but they're also doing business with Google as far as like their cloud service, like their system is based on Google's platform, or their system is on Google's cloud. So if you and Google get in a tiff, what happens to your application? You know, then how can you recover and quickly switch to a different cloud platform? Why not have built your own platform? And that might be one of their goals with going public, is building the capital so that they can have their own cloud service or move to a different one. But I just feel like, you know, laying in bed with Google, and what if you guys break up? It's just bad for business, right? Okay, another thing is the way they are splitting their shares or their overall governance and ownership. The CEO is going to have pretty much full control, or most control. So he gets to call all the shots. Like, I just don't know if I really want that. I need a few more people to weigh in on this, right? So another thing is they have no intentions of offering dividends. Now, that's not a deal breaker. It's not completely a bad idea. It's not, I don't plan on holding Snapchat for long term. If I were to buy them, right? If I were to buy Snapchat, it wouldn't be something that I plan on buying for long term. Okay, so the fact that they're not planning on offering a dividend anytime soon or at all doesn't really bother me. Okay, so that's one thing. But their expenses are increasing rapidly. Like they increased their revenue by 600% last year over 2015. However, their expenses are going up just as fast. So you may have increased your revenue by 600%, but you also increased your debt, which isn't a good thing. We're learning that right now in the series that we're doing in my Facebook group and in my audience. You guys are doing this. If you're not in that, I'll tell you about that at the end. But we're learning about that now. Like you can have some bomb sales, but if your debt is outweighing that, like it's kind of pointless. And that's pretty much where Snapchat is at. They have this crushing debt, which, I mean, the revenue looks good by itself, but you stand it next to their debt and it's not looking so good, right? So that's another thing I'm not really liking about Snapchat, okay? But, you know, make your own call on that one, I guess. Another thing I'm not liking is, let's see, I said the expenses, the revenues. Oh, they're speaking of the revenues and the expenses not being, you know, aligned where they're going to be profitable. They even said that they might not ever be profitable. They may never achieve or maintain profitability. Like, what? So you don't know what kind of company you are, or you're confused. To me, you seem a little confused about what kind of company you are. And you don't know if you're ever going to be able to achieve or maintain profitability. But you want us to give you how much money? You want, I don't see, like, you're confident that you're never going to achieve or be profitable. I'm going to put my money in that. Why? That's just my opinion. If you have other thoughts on that, yeah, Aubrey, that's just crazy. I don't think so. Then they also said they have increased competition, which we all know that because Facebook came out with Instagram stories, or Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram, right? And Facebook is the gorilla in this market. They're like deboing people. They're taking everybody's little features and they're making them their own. I feel like Facebook can bounce back, or they can put stuff out there on the market a lot faster. Although Facebook, you could like make it a little cleaner. You could feel like you kind of half-ass it when you do that, Facebook. But then they come back and they clean it up. They make it better. So there's that. But they came out with Instagram stories, and they pretty much, I'm not going to say they crushed Snapchat, but they're giving them a run for their money, right? Snapchat is also geared for the younger audience. So the millennials, the teenagers right now. And I don't know about you, but have you noticed, I'm not going to just say teenagers in the younger audience. We all as a society have a smaller attention span. And teens ain't loyal. They are like squirrel and off to the next app. That's the next big thing. And we adults, we're hopping on Snapchat. And you know, as soon as we hop on Snapchat, the teens are like, okay, we got to go somewhere else, right? So they're going to lose that big following at some point when the next big thing comes back out. Or a lot of people went back to Instagram because of Instagram stories. So they started like really experience a lot of competition. Not a lot of competition because it was just Instagram, but it took a lot of their following away because once Facebook or Instagram came out with Instagram stories, there was really, you know, they're like, okay, I know Instagram. I'm just going to go back to what I know because now they have this new thing that I like, right? So that's just my feedback on on Snapchat and IPOs. I just for me, I don't think it's not for me. And that's my opinion on it. I don't believe in investing in something that doesn't even, the company doesn't even see itself becoming profitable, if ever. So I'm not sure that I like that at all. So I'm going to refresh for some comments here, see if I have any new ones. And see, let's see. Eric says Amazon is the exception to the rule. Oh, okay. They make no money and continue to thrive. Makes no sense. Well, yeah. And maybe on another episode we can dive into Amazon and see how that goes, or see, you know, what they're about. But Amazon just, you're right. They're a different animal. They're a unicorn out here. No Snapchat IPO. I knew you were going to say that. So Kelly says he knew I was going to say no to the Snapchat IPO. Really? How did you know I was going to say that? What makes you think I was going to say no? But yeah, Eric, Amazon is like a unicorn out there. We're going to have to look into Amazon and figure out. I'm going to have to sit down with Bezos and see what is he doing to be. I mean, Amazon is just, that's another animal. All right. Yeah, Kelly. Snapchat is too risky. IPOs, in my opinion, are too risky because you don't know. You don't know if the company is going to be profitable yet. I mean, you can go off of their history as a private company, but to me, I like to let you test drive it. It's like buying a new car or a used car. I'd like to buy it used, and you work out the kinks, or when Apple comes out with a new phone, you guys get that for a little while, work out the kinks for me, and then I will jump in. Because if it's as amazing as everyone says it is, there's still going to be more growth after I jump in there, okay? It's still going to keep going, and you're not going to miss anything, all right? So don't feel like you got to jump on it as soon as they open the doors to the sucker to make any money on it. If it's going to be something worth making money on, it'll keep being something worth making money on, all right? And the stock market isn't where you want to get rich quick. At least I wouldn't recommend it. If that's the case, we can go downtown here in Las Vegas and play craps. Let's try that first. Like I'm learning craps right now, so I mean I might as well jump to the craps table if I'm gonna gamble like that. But Kelly says I was sick after Facebook went up though. Aw, well, did you buy any after you saw it going up? Like, I mean, Facebook it finally started getting there, but there was that, you would have been heartbroken had you jumped in and it had that big dip. Then you would have sold. Like, you would have been like, okay, this ain't working, right? So that's why I say let somebody else figure it out first, and then you get in. Aubrey says slow and steady wins the race. Absolutely. You're trying to stack that money way too fast, and it's always a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. So just like Aubrey says, steady and slow wins the race. But all right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's Tila Holcomb Live, right? New setup, so let me know how you guys think, what you think of the intro, the outro, and let me know what you want me to talk about next. Is there a certain stock that you want me to look into, give you my thoughts on? Is there a certain topic that you don't understand, a certain word you don't understand, or definition around trading and investing in the stock market? Let me know. I'll do it on one of my shows. If you want to start building your own stock watch list, please join us in our current series called Build Your Watch List. The link is here in the description. Would love to have you. Through this series, you're going to be able to create a watch list of at least 40 stocks. This is going to get you prepared for my homeboy Eric's initiative that he's starting this year, where we are going to help support 1,000 people invest $1,000 this year. We are educating you on doing that. So if you are wanting to be a part of that, please jump on this series that we're doing right now, Build Your Watch List. That way you will have your list of stocks ready to go when we start the working with Eric on getting invested with our $1,000. You will have your list. You'll be ready to go. All right. So I will see you guys on the next show. Bye.